Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Golden Gloves Chat Show. With me, two very special guests, two very special boxers, two champions in the junior middleweight divisions. Roarke Knapp on my far right and Brandon Thysse on my immediate right. Welcome, guys, to champion boxers, number one in South Africa, number two in South Africa. These are the two best junior middleweights in the country. And I'm going to chat to them now about their very big upcoming fight. So you've last fought a year ago, right?
Yeah,
And
it's been a year since I've been out, so it's quite a while, but, getting back into it now again.
But you've also had 4 brilliant wins since your loss to Boyd Allen. And let me talk to you first, Roarke Knapp. Roarke, it's been how long now since you last fought?
Last fight was in December.
In December. So you've been busier of the two of you. And now I want to ask you the big question, the rematch. You've only had one loss in your whole career. You've had 2 losses, you've had 1 loss. You guys have got a very good record, a very similar record, 70% knockout record ratio. And like I say, you're the 2 best junior middleweights in the country. Roarke, it's a big one for you. You were 20 years old when you lost to this man, Brandon Thysse. Let me firstly ask you, what do you think went wrong? Do you think you were too young? You tell us.
No, to be very honest, what went wrong is I was beaten by the better man on the night. Call it what it is. There's no need to sugarcoat and run away from the facts. I was very young, but that's still not an excuse. Like I said, I was beaten by the better man, and I learned a lesson in that.
Well, now nearly 3 years later, you guys have got the big rematch. The country's been waiting for this fight. It's a fight that everyone talks about. It's for the ABU title, of course. It's on the 11th of June at Empress Palace, and it's on a Golden Glove show. How do you see the rematch? Is this what you've been looking for 2.5 years, nearly 3 years, Roarke?
Well, yeah. As a fighter, a loss is something that will always haunt you. Whether you face that opponent again or you move on, a loss will always haunt you until you can get over it. By racking up some good victories, which we've both done. Since that fight, I have as well. I've come a long way and I've learned a lot after that. After that fight, like I said, I learned a lesson out of it. And I'm excited. I really am excited, and I'm up for it because like I said, I was a young 20-year-old man. I'm becoming a 24-year-old man now. I'm developing nicely. I'm falling in love with the sport of boxing again. So I'm excited. It's about time, and also for the fans. The fans have been wanting it more so than us. So let's give it to them. It's about time.
Well, you're fighting a 27-year-old in Brandon Thysse. That's a brilliant 27-year-old, as you know. He's got a good career, good record. He's won his last 4 fights in a row. And obviously he's beaten you. So how do you think you can turn it around and beat him? He beat you on a 7th round stoppage 2.5 years ago. How do you think you can turn that around and beat him?
Just being clinical, being as professional as possible. No mistakes. There's no room for mistakes, and that's what happened in the last fight. I made a mistake and I paid for it. So can't afford to make mistakes. Leave no stone unturned in camp, and head down and just go for it. Whatever happens in the fight happens, but the idea is to leave no room for mistakes. That you want to be sure when you go into this ring what the outcome is going to be.
Brandon Thysse, let me talk to you. You're the man that was victorious over Roarke Knapp in 2019. That's even before lockdown, isn't it?
Yeah, it was actually quite a while.
Well, it will be by June. By the time you guys fight now, will be 2 years and 7 months. How do you see the fight? Do you think Roarke's got any chance of dethroning you, of beating you? You gave him inflicted his only loss on him, so he's going to be desperate to win. Do you think he's got a chance of beating you?
Well, since my last loss, to be honest, I've stepped up a lot in camp. I've learned a lot from the losses I've had. I've grown a lot as a fighter. So to be honest, I don't think anyone's going to be beating me anytime soon. Whether it's Roarke or whoever's my next opponent, I don't think anyone's going to be dethroning me or beating me. I'm ready for their challenges, and I'm ready to grow.
So how do you see the fight going with Roarke? Do you see going in a similar way by stoppage? I remember I was commentating the fight in 2019, and it was a good fight, very good fight. It was either it was 50-50. It was a very good fight, and then you obviously got the stoppage victory. How do you see the fight going now with the rematch?
Well, they always say a rematch is tougher than your first fight because you've shared the ring together, you've been through it a little bit. But I think we're going to teach Roarke another lesson, you know. He's going to learn from it, grow from it, and hopefully become a stronger boxer after it. But I don't see him beating me.
I need you to tell Roarke what you think you're going to do to him.
Roarke, you know the first fight, it was tough. We gave it our all, and the second one's going to be even tougher. I'm coming for you. I hope you know that.
100%.
Roarke, speak to your opponent. This is the man you've got to beat on the 11th of June.
At the end of the day, you know, no matter how you slice it, cut it and dice it, we are human. We bleed blood. We breathe the same oxygen. We feel pain just like anybody else. So it means it's fair game. You were the better man on the night in 2019. But, come 11th of June, I think it's going to be a war. And I want a war. Toe-to-toe, fight of the night. One that'll get the crowd talking for years to come. One that'll go down in South African boxing history. So I'm up for it. I'm ready.
And you both have punching power. So I don't see the fight going the distance either. Either way, you both got 70% knockout record, which is very good. Do you feel you can knock a guy like Brandon Thysse out, who's a very tough guy?
Absolutely. Strength for strength, power for power, pound for pound. You can never get into the ring with another man and not believe you're not going to knock them out. If you do, then you're in the wrong sport, unfortunately. And going into this fight, I do believe wholeheartedly I can stop Brandon. But let me make no mistake, it's not going to make me rest on my laurels. It's not going to make me, overlook him. At the end of the day, the respect I have for this man is up there. And you have to. You'd be a fool not to have respect for your opponent that's stepping across the ring from you. So come 11th of June, I think there's going to be fireworks. Like I said, one the crowd's going to talk about for a long time to come. And it'll go down in South African boxing history, I believe. So I'm up for it. I'm ready to go. And I'm happy that it's happening now. Feel like it's a good time. The crowd and the spectators have been wanting it for a long time. So we're going to give them one hell of a fight to remember.
So you got Roarke Knapp knocking out Brandon Thysse.
100%.
Brandon Thysse, what do you say about what Roarke Knapp says?
Hey,
he's got you knocking you out this time.
Hey, look, everyone has their own opinion. I've never been dropped, never been rocked, never been knocked out. So that I do not see happening. Even if he brings everything he has, he's not knocking me out. Just hope he's ready, because I've been ready for this. I've been waiting for this, just like everyone else has been. I'm ready for it, man. I want this fight to come. I want to share the ring with Roarke again. I also have a lot of respect for Roarke. We grew up together in the sport of boxing. So I think it's going to be a very entertaining fight, a very nice fight for the crowd to see. And yeah, you'll see me win by knockout again.
Roarke, anything different you're going to do in preparation for this fight?
Best thing I can say is leaving no stone unturned.
Put everything on the line.
100%.
Put 100% into the training. And of course, Brandon, you're going to do the same thing.
100%. You never slack on training.
You guys are two champions, and of course, you're fighting for that ABU title, which should lead you to a WBC title, which is big news. So good luck for that, guys. 11th of June, Empress Palace on the Golden Glove show. Roarke Knapp against Brandon Thysse for that ABU title. It's the first that we're chatting this year. Good luck, guys. We're going to chat again before the fight, and hopefully the best man wins. Thank you, guys, for being our guests on the Golden Glove show.